To watch these important lessons, subscribe to DP Education's YouTube channel right now. Click on the bell icon to stay updated on the latest lessons. Sri Lanka's largest free online school, DP Education.
So my dear children, in the earlier chapter we discussed several essay type questions regarding the biosphere lesson part under the extra questions column. Now here we are also going to discuss some several other types of questions. Now here within the first type of question, now we are answering the third main question, my dear children. So here it is given, match column A with B regarding parts of a tank and users. Right. So parts of a tank and the users. Let's see. Number 1. Take water out with less pressure level. So to take water out with less pressure level, we use, there is a certain structure which is used within the sluice. So this is called as the Biosphere. So our answer should be, my dear children, Biosphere, right? Next one. Maintain the stability of the tank. So stability of the tank is maintained by tank bund. It's very simple. Next one. Stops the erosion of tank bund. Ralapanav, right? It's the place where, like, stones and other structures are being placed within the tank bund and it stops the erosion of the tank bund. Next one. Act as the water catchment area. The water catchment area. So the head wall or the valve ismath is the one which acts as the water catchment area. Next, avoids collecting water with eroded mud, brink or isvati. Right. So these are the answers, right, for the functions of different parts contained within a tank. Okay then, so let's head on to see the next question then. Right, so you are given with a question. Here you need to put a tick if the sentence is correct, if not a cross. Let's see. So nitrogen gas creates acid rains, right? Nitrogen gas creates acid rains. Nitrogen gas is not going to create acid rains, my dear children. However, oxides of nitrogen does, right? Oxides of nitrogen is going to create acid rain. Okay, but nitrogen gas is usually no, right? Next one. CFC gas helps to increase global warming indirectly. CFC gas helps to increase global warming indirectly. Correct. No problem. Because CFC gas has the ability to deplete the ozone layer. Because of ozone layer depletion, indirectly is going to help to increase the global warming process. Okay, so it is correct. Usage of excessive agrochemicals contributes 4 CKD. Correct? No, absolutely correct. Usage of excessive agrochemicals, right? That will contribute for CKD. No problem. Lithium is a heavy metal. Totally incorrect. Lithium is not a heavy metal, my dear children, right? Lithium is not a heavy metal, right? Next one. Kaluhinati paddy can prevent eye diseases. Kaluhinati paddy can prevent eye diseases, right? So Kaluhinati paddy, can you remember when we are answering the questions related to the previous chapter? I think you could remember this thing, right? About the Kaluhinati paddy. So it is mentioned in that Kaluhinati paddy can prevent eye diseases. Okay. Actually, now here it's not Kaluhinati that can prevent eye diseases, right? So therefore, this is incorrect. It can prevent constipation, my dear children, but not eye diseases, right? I think you can remember we answered this type of question in the previous chapter. So it is incorrect. Next one. Cinnamon can control the blood glucose level. Correct. Cinnamon can control the blood glucose level. It has the ability to control blood glucose, my dear children. So it is correct. Next one. Higher the watt value, lowers the sustainability. Watt value of a certain electrical instrument, right? If it is high, then the sustainable development is low. So my dear children, this statement is correct, no problem. Right? Higher the what value, lowers the sustainability. Next one. Reduce means stopping the usage of substances. Totally incorrect. Reducing means, right, not stopping, right? Reducing means it's not stopping. Reducing means reduction. That means minimizing. Okay, right there. The next one. Growth of human population is a reason for energy crisis. Growth of human population is a reason for energy crisis. Yes, that is correct, right? Why is that? Because excess growth of human population will definitely increase the demand for energy. So therefore, it is a suitable answer. So it is correct. Next one. War activities will not create any energy crisis. Totally incorrect, right? War activities are going to create definitely some certain kinds of energy crises. Okay, different kinds of energy crisis can occur because of war activities, right? Even for even now within our world we can observe several war activities which is going around with several countries, especially with Ukraine and Russia. So because of that, as you can see, the fuel prices has gone up. It's mainly because of the war activities, right? Okay, then. Combustion of artificial polymers release poisonous gases. Combustion of artificial polymers release poisonous gases. Not polymers, by my dear children, but all of the artificial substances. If you combust these things, then definitely those things are going to release poisonous gases. So it is correct, no problem. Next one. Perfumes are not contributing for environmental pollution. Incorrect. Perfumes do, right? It do contribute for the environment pollution because some perfume contains gases like CFC. So therefore, it has the ability to contribute for the environmental pollution, right? So these are the answers for the question number 4, my dear children. So nitrogen gas create acid rain. Incorrect. CFC helps to increase the global warming indirectly. Correct. Usage of excessive agrochemicals contributes for CKD. Correct. Lithium is a heavy metal. Incorrect, my dear children. Kaluhinati paddy can prevent eye diseases. Incorrect. Cinnamon can control the blood glucose level. It is correct. Higher the watt value, lowers the sustainability. It is correct. Reduce means stopping the usage of substances. Incorrect. Growth of human population is a reason for energy crisis. Correct. War activities will not create any energy crisis. Incorrect. Combustion of artificial polymers release poisonous gases. Correct. Perfumes are not contributing for environmental pollution. Incorrect. Okay. So these are the answers for the 4th question given. Right. Now let's see the next one. Write an ill effect of given incidents. Ill effect means bad effect, right? So acid rain. One ill effect or one bad effect of acid rain, my dear children. So what will happen? Destruction of plant cover. Destruction of forests, right? Destruction of forest. Next one. Ozone layer depletion. This is very easy, my dear children. Ozone layer depletion cause diseases. Example, skin cancers. Next one. Photochemical smog. Photochemical smog. Vehicle accidents. Why vehicle accidents? Because the turbidity of the air is getting reduced. Okay. And my dear children, other thing, the vision or the the ability to observe objects is getting somewhat decreased because of that nature of the substance. I mean, like the air is not 100% transparent. Okay, so therefore there is an ability to create vehicle accidents because of the photochemical smoke. Other than that, there are other things as well, like the quality of the air reduces, the breathing difficulties, like that way there are other issues as well. But however, we have to write down some kind of a new thing. No, that's why I have mentioned this thing. Okay, so vehicle accidents. Next one, desertification. So in desertification, land will get infertile. Land will get infertile. Next one, global warming. Once again, very simple. Melting polar ice caps. Right, melting polar ice caps. Bad effect. So for acid rain, destruction of forests, ozone layer depletion, cause diseases like skin cancers, then photochemical smoke, vehicle accidents, then desertification, land will get infertile. Next one, global warming, melting polar ice caps. Okay, so these are the bad effects given out by each of these ill effects of environment pollution. Right, then the next one. Right, question number 6. Write the correct answers for the given questions. So you have to write down the correct answers in here. Number 1 given, draw a bar graph depicting the energy of producers and primary consumers using the following axes. So producers, you have to draw the graph by using producers and primary consumers. So producers and primary consumers. Producers 20,000, primary consumers 2,000. So we'll draw it. Use straight line and let's draw. So number 1, producers 20,000. Number 1. Then shorter, right? Yes. Okay. So this is producers. Then second one, primary consumers. Right. So here 2,000 and here 20,000. Okay. Then the next one. According to the pattern of wasting energy in the chart, find the value of X. 20,000, 2,000, X 20. So you know that only 10% is passing to the next trophic level. So 2000 into 10% is equal to X. So X is equal to 2000 multiplication 10%. 200 joules. Okay, 200 joules, or else by using the pattern also you can get this answer. However, remember only 10% of energy is getting transported to the next level. Okay, right, 200 joules is the answer then. Energy is lost during the flow of energy from one trophic level to next. Why? Because, my dear children, more amount of energy is being used by a certain organism for their metabolic activities. Okay, so we can write the answer, because energy is used by the organism for their biological activities. Example, locomotion, excretion, respiration, and so on. So, because energy is used by the organism for their biological activities, right? So, examples like locomotion, then excretion, respiration, and so on. For these activities, my dear children, energy has been utilized. So, therefore, only less amount of energy will transport to the next energy level, which is contained within the flesh or tissues of the organism. Okay? Right. Then the next one. What is meant by natural environmental balance? What is meant by natural environmental balance? What is the natural environmental balance? The balance between biotic and abiotic components in the natural environment. Very simple, right? So, balance between biotic and abiotic components in a certain ecosystem or in a certain environment is called as the natural environmental balance. So, we can write the answer. The balance between biotic and abiotic components, right? The balance between biotic and abiotic components in the environment. In the environment. The balance between biotic and abiotic components in the environment is called environmental balance. Right? The balance between biotic and abiotic components in the environment is called environmental balance. Okay. Next question. Fill the chart by writing an occasion where the greenhouse gases are released. Also, organic pollutants in the environment for a long time period is threat to the environment. So, complete the given table. So, here you have to complete the table by using an occasion of release and the type of greenhouse gas which has been used. Carbon dioxide. Occasion by respiration, right? By exhale gas. So by exhale gas, you know, carbon dioxide is going to emit. Next one, methane. By marshy lands. By marshy lands, you know, definitely methane is going to emit. Next one, chlorofluorocarbon. When used in perfumes, like I said, can you remember? When used in perfumes and refrigerators and air conditioners, right? CFC gas or chlorofluorocarbon can emit to the environment. Okay. Right then. So, carbon dioxide gas by exhale gas, methane by marshy lands, then chlorofluorocarbon when used in perfumes. Next one. Write two characteristics of organic pollutants, carbonic pollutants. Two characteristics of organic pollutants. That means, my dear children, POPs. So, we'll write down number one, highly toxic. Number two, persist long. in the environment. Right? We'll mention as long time. First is long time in the environment. So highly toxic and persist long time in the environment. These are the characteristics of organic pollutants, my dear children. Okay, actually these questions are from a past paper of your O-level syllabus, my dear children, right? So I have mentioned this thing so that you can show actually that these questions which is coming from the biosphere lesson is somewhat easy. We can just think and write down. Okay, so this is 2018, right? Structured or else some kind of a rehearsal paper which was sent for you guys by the government. Okay, for the people who did the O levels in 2018. So this is that question, my dear children, right? So I haven't changed any kind of a letter at least. Okay, so all the things which was contained over there was copy and pasted over here so that I can give out a certain idea for you guys and to show that these questions are somewhat easier to answer. Okay, right. Now the next one. Multiple cropping and biological pest control are two sustainable agricultural uses. Write an advantage of multiple cropping. So by multiple cropping, we can get more harvest. Very simple, no? As we are doing as we are cultivating several crops. So can get more harvest. Can get more harvest. Next one. Give an example where biological pest control is used. Example where biological pest control is used. So biological pest control is used in paddy cultivation or paddy agriculture, right? So we can write down in paddy agriculture. Example, owls to prey on mice. Okay, so if mice or mouse, so mice are a kind of a threat or kind of a pest, right, which is going to grow within paddy fields. So owls are being used to prey on these mice, okay, by using different kinds of techniques and mechanisms, my dear children. So over there we are using one certain kind of an organism to prey on another. Okay, right. Next one. Write a sustainable agricultural use other than the two mentioned above. Sustainable agricultural use other than the two mentioned above. Biological pest control, multiple cropping. Very simple, my dear children. Using organic fertilizer. Using organic fertilizer. Right. Next one. So write the correct answers for the given questions. Next one. What is the process denoted by Z? Process denoted by Z. So here nitrogen, plants and animals, fecal matter and excretory matter products of the animals, Z is getting converted into, right, Z kind of one converting this thing into ammonium compounds. So Z means, my dear children, for sure biological fixation, because some certain kinds of bacteria absorb in nitrogen gas and converts that nitrogen gas into ammonium compounds. So here, however, if you think that is suitable as what? Biological fixation, then you are incorrect, my dear children. Look at the picture very carefully. Now, You have to look this thing. Biological fixation is converting these nitrogen gas into ammonium compounds by bacteria like rhizobium. Okay, rhizobium is going to convert this nitrogen into ammonium. That is correct. Okay, no problem. But however, look at the picture. See, plants and animals. This is nitrogen. Plants and animals. Then their fecal materials and excreted products from the animals and plants. So Z is mentioned over here. That means, my dear children, now in here you can observe, see, now in here you can observe the biological fixation. Z is over here. This is not biological fixation. This is decomposition. By decomposing, right? By decomposing fecal matter and excreted products, ammonium compounds are getting created. Next one, write the process denoted by X and Y. Biological fixation, industrial and atmospheric. Okay, so X, atmospheric, Y, industrial. Right? Atmospheric fixation, industrial fixation. X and Y. Next one. Mention the main human activity that affects the nitrogen cycle. Main human activity that affects the nitrogen cycle. Very simple, my dear children. Industrial production of fertilizer, industrial fixation, right? So industrial production of fertilizer or else industrial fixation is the main human activity that affects the nitrogen cycle. Right, write a step to minimize environmental pollution. Very simple, my dear children. A step minimizing the emission of or else the entry greenhouse gases. This is the main method which we can minimize the environment pollution, minimizing the entry of greenhouse gases. Right then. So, my dear children, we have answered each and every question related to the extra questions part in our biosphere lesson. Final questions, like I said, I took from past papers, rehearsal papers. Okay. So, as you can see, when I was answering those things, these questions are quite easy to answer, right? Okay, so we have finished all the lessons, my dear children. We have finished up the syllabus and we have discussed questions related to those things. I hope that you guys had a great opportunity in replenishing your knowledge from the grade 11 science syllabus, my dear children, right? So now we need to work up with our O levels, right? So therefore I'll be planning to do some papers with you guys in our recent future. Okay, so till then it's time to say goodbye, my dear children.
To watch these important lessons, subscribe to DP Education's YouTube channel right now. Click on the bell icon to stay updated on the latest lessons. Sri Lanka's largest free online school, DP Education.